So have a seat, take a knee, come on in. Come on in, let's go. Let's go. Come on in nice and tight. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, let's go. Come on in, take a seat, have a knee. Shh, there you go. So, somebody said, I'm gonna give you a test. And if you just randomly guess, you'll pass the test enough times that it's worth your while early on. But as time goes on, the test is going to get harder and harder, and what you could just guess and get away with is going to have to get better by actually knowing. When would it be a good time to start studying? Would we want to wait till it gets really hard, or would it be better to start studying early and progress with it as it goes? Progress with it as it goes. Does that mean I'm going to have to slow down, look at things different, pay attention, go do some research, ask questions, work on it again? Because early on, the temptation to just go A, B, A, B, 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 A, B, 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 A, and they go, pass, you're good. And I'm like, woohoo, time to go play. Right? But eventually that goes to A, B, C, then A, B, C, D, and then A, B, C, D, E on my multiple choice. And then I have to do written answers. And all of a sudden, guessing becomes less and less likely. What does that have to do with how we roll?
There's a lot of options.
Early on, could I get out of a lot of stuff just by spazzing and guessing which way, and by being aggressive, I get out of it and I get a slight reward. The problem is, it's just a guess. And at the end of the day, guesses aren't repeatable. Right? So there's times where we act as if we're in a tournament, or it's a life and death situation on the street, or in a fight in the UFC. Somebody puts something on and we spaz to get out because we must win. And I know if I don't just guess, I'm probably not going to get it right. The difference is, I may not do as well on some of the early tests, but I'm going to do way better on the later tests, when they're more difficult and when they really count. So what I'm trying to say is, pay attention to how you roll. Sometimes we get into this mindset that winning is more important than learning, even though everybody will say, oh no, learning is far more important. But how we roll says something different. Because if learning was more important, we would watch what they're doing, work to get out with a good technique as best we understand it. If we got beat doing it that way, we'd go, that's all right. But we don't. We spaz out, and then if we get caught anyway, we do things like this. That didn't matter that I lost at all, I learned. Right? So I'm not saying don't go hard. I'm not saying don't, who wants to win in here? You don't? Yeah, me too. Everybody does. The question is, do I want to win more over a longer period of time? Or do I want to guess and win it now but lose later? So how you roll, how you understand the game, when you get stuck in spots and studying it, and instead of just going, rah, paying attention to what happens, taking those taps where it matters. And here, does it matter? Does anybody go home and post their wins on Facebook? I tapped out 3 people in class tonight. Nobody cares. Nobody does. What do we post about? How we did in the tournament. How we did in our fight. That's what we're training for. These are our teammates. It doesn't matter if you lose. Doesn't matter if you win. What matters is, did I get better? That's what we're striving for. And I get better by going a little slower and trying to get the right answer when I could guess and get out anyway some. But as the game progresses, that becomes less and less likely to work. Okay, let's bring it in. Hands high, extreme on 3. We go, 1, 2, 3, extreme. Nice work, everybody. G class next door.